Bro, she's a killer. She's a killer. She's the future of MMA, and I think that she's only getting better. She's young, she's hungry, she's disciplined, she's motivated. She's got a good head on her shoulders. She's got a great team around her. I think that the sky's the limit for her.
Come on in.
Down the fence.
Oh, we're ready.
So long and rangy.
Oh, put away.
Oh, yeah.
The UFC flyweight division might want to take notice because there's a storm brewing across organizations. After Kayla Harrison's bold proclamation that Dakota Ditcheva is a killer and the future of MMA, another veteran fighter has stepped forward with an even more direct warning about the British sensation.
Not in the UFC yet, but look at Dakota Ditcheva. She is a scary striker, and she's an amazing athlete, right? But her mom was Muay Thai world champion, so she came up in this sport and has been doing it her whole entire life.
Today, we're breaking down why Juliana Killer Miller's latest comments about Dakota Ditcheva have sent shockwaves through the MMA community, and whether this undefeated PFL champion could be the biggest problem the UFC women's flyweight division has never faced. Let's start with the bombshell that's got everyone talking. Juliana Killer Miller, the veteran fighter known for her no-nonsense approach, didn't mince words when asked about Dakota Ditcheva's striking prowess and perfect 15-0 record. Miller stated, and I quote, "Dakota isn't just another prospect. She's a legitimate threat to every girl in the UFC flyweight division. Her striking is surgical, her power is real, and that 15-0 record isn't padded with easy fights. The UFC girls better wake up because this British fighter is coming, and she's bringing problems they've never seen before."
Right on the money, baby. What?
Now, this isn't just random hype. Miller has been in there with elite competition throughout her career, so when she calls someone a legitimate threat, people listen. But what makes this warning even more significant is the timing.
It's going to be unbelievable.
Just weeks after Kayla Harrison, now the UFC bantamweight champion, called Ditcheva a killer and the future of MMA, we're seeing more established fighters echoing these sentiments. Harrison knows elite talent when she sees it, having trained alongside Ditcheva at American Top Team.
Bro, she's a killer. She's a killer. She's the future of MMA, and I think that she's only getting better. She's young, she's hungry, she's disciplined, she's motivated. She's got a good head on her shoulders. She's got a great team around her. I think that the sky's the limit for her.
Let's talk numbers, because that 15-0 record isn't just impressive. It's downright terrifying for future opponents. Here's what makes Dakota Ditcheva so dangerous. She's finished 14 out of her 15 professional wins. That's a 93% finish rate that would make even the most elite UFC fighters jealous. Her most recent victory came against former UFC title challenger Taila Santos. And she didn't just beat Santos, she became the first person to ever finish her.
Me to never fuck nobody without telling me.
Right back home, big D.
But it's not just the numbers, it's how she's getting these finishes. Ditcheva has been dropping opponents with devastating body shots that leave them crumpled on the canvas. Her Muay Thai background, remember, she was a world champion before transitioning to MMA, gives her striking combinations that most fighters have never encountered.
Watch them, vale, manca un minuto e mezzo. Un minuto e mezzo, vale. Attenta che entra la ginocchiata. Vale, ti devi muovere meglio. Ha detto che ti devi muovere. Valentino, throw the shot. Capisci, vale, fai la matta.
You can't open that over. You got to pull and go to the back. You got to circle away and get the kick. You are a cheese. Time, ladies and gentlemen. Danger.
Look at this. Look at this.
At just 26 years old, she captured the 2024 PFL Women's Flyweight Championship and that $1 million prize, becoming the youngest champion in PFL history. She's also the first British female MMA world champion, which tells you something about the level she's operating at.
Watch Watch them, huh? Vale, manca un minuto e mezzo.
The scary part, she's still improving. Every fight, we see new dimensions to her game. Started as a pure striker, now she's submitting people with rear naked chokes. That evolution should terrify anyone who might face her in the future. Now here's where things get interesting for UFC matchmakers and flyweight contenders. Miller's warning about Ditcheva being a problem for UFC girls isn't just trash talk. It's a realistic assessment of stylistic matchups. Look at the current UFC women's flyweight landscape. You've got champion Valentina Shevchenko, who's dominated through technical striking and fight IQ. You've got contenders like Manon Fiorot, who brings elite kickboxing credentials. On paper, these should be competitive fights with Ditcheva.
You could fight any female right now. Who would you want to go with?
Valentina Shevchenko right now. I want to be at the top. You know, I'm still 26. She's been around for a long time.
Right now, I'm not too sure that Shevchenko is the best 125er there is. This girl, man, she goes after people. She is nasty.
Valentina has to fight this one.
But here's the thing, Ditcheva brings a different kind of violence. Her Muay Thai background gives her clinch work and body shot combinations that most UFC fighters haven't faced at this level. Plus, she's shown she can adapt mid-fight and find finishes in ways opponents don't expect. The real question becomes, is the UFC flyweight division ready for someone who finishes elite fighters like Taila Santos? Remember, Santos went the distance with former champion Valentina Shevchenko twice. Ditcheva put her away in 2 rounds with body shots.
She's never won a belt, as she said. Like, she's not a complete fighter, is she? I'm not a complete fighter. She definitely isn't either, so, but whatever.
Miller's warning might be more prophetic than promotional. If Ditcheva eventually makes her way to the UFC, and let's be honest, it's probably a matter of when, not if, she could immediately shake up a division that's been relatively stable. What makes this situation even more compelling is Ditcheva's trajectory compared to her teammate Kayla Harrison. Harrison dominated PFL, moved to UFC, and captured gold within just a few fights. The blueprint is there.
Santos is in big trouble. She's in big trouble. Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for a championship.
But Ditcheva might be even more dangerous because she's doing this at 26 years old. Harrison was already an established Olympic champion when she transitioned to MMA. Ditcheva is building her legacy from the ground up in mixed martial arts, and she's doing it with a finishing ability that's rare in women's MMA. The question isn't whether she'll eventually test herself against UFC competition, it's whether the UFC flyweight division is prepared for what she brings to the table. Based on Juliana Miller's warning and Kayla Harrison's endorsement, they had better start preparing now. Ditcheva has stated she's locked into PFL for at least another year, planning to defend her title. But after that, the MMA world might witness the next great disruption in women's mixed martial arts. So there you have it, fight fans. From Kayla Harrison calling her a killer to Juliana Miller warning the entire UFC flyweight division, Dakota Ditcheva is building a reputation that extends far beyond the PFL smart cage. With her perfect 15-0 record, devastating striking, and proven ability to finish elite competition, she represents the kind of threat that changes divisions. Whether she stays in PFL to build her legacy or eventually makes the jump to UFC, one thing is certain, the women's flyweight landscape in MMA is about to get a lot more interesting. What do you think? Is Dakota Ditcheva the biggest threat to the current UFC flyweight hierarchy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, smash that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown, and don't forget to subscribe for more MMA news and analysis. And we'll see you in the next one. Stay hungry, fight fans.
Dakota, a superstar. What is up, Etihad? You're the next big thing. They look out your board. Great to see it, Etihad. Strong woman, good girl. Looking awesome. Great to see it. Great to finally meet you. Love it, love it. What's the crack? What are we up next? Yeah, man, I'm walking myself here. Look, as superstar right here, 100%. Love it, bro. Don't hold the great to see you. Good. All right, man, how you doing? Nice to meet you, man. All right?
Magnitude of arena in your home country, everything like that?
Yeah, of course. I haven't been to a UFC London card before, so it was really nice to see the growth in the UK. You know, I know it's UFC and not PFL, but it was just nice to see so much support for the UK, from the UK fans. And, you know, I'm happy for everyone at the UFC that pulled off a good show like that. So, yeah.
The next UFC pay-per-view is a women's flyweight title fight with Valentina Shevchenko and Manon Fiorot. How do you think that one goes?
Very good fight. Very good fight. I think Shevchenko will probably keep the belt, I would say. But it's going to be a good fight. You know, I don't think it's going to be an easy one for the both of them. So I'm excited to watch it. Very, very strong girls.
Conor McGregor has just sent a crystal clear warning message to Dana White and the entire UFC brass. And it's all about one fighter who's taking the combat sports world by storm. The Irish superstar isn't mincing words when he says Dakota Ditcheva is the next big thing. And sources suggest she's definitely UFC bound. Stay tuned as we break down why McGregor's endorsement could change everything, what Ditcheva really wants, and the shocking timeline that's just been revealed.
Fucking up, bro. Dakota Super. You're the next big thing.
How you doing, buddy? Okay, yeah. Good, man.
Fucking awesome. Great to see it. Great to finally meet you. I know it. What's the crack? What do you think? Lovely. As superstar right here.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Let's start with the bombshell that dropped at BKFC 71 earlier this month. When Conor McGregor crossed paths with PFL Flyweight champion Dakota Ditcheva, what happened next sent shockwaves through the MMA community. Great to see you, sweetheart. You're the next big thing, baby. Those weren't just casual words from the Notorious. This was McGregor doing what he does best, spotting generational talent and putting the entire industry on notice. But here's where it gets interesting. McGregor didn't stop there. In a follow-up encounter at a recent BKFC Dubai event, the former two-division UFC champion doubled down, telling Ditcheva, "You're the next big thing. Strong women, good girl. Fucking awesome. Great to see you. Great to finally meet you."
Social media followers have gone up. Has there been anybody that's followed you or messaged you and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this person even knows I exist?
Yeah, I mean, I have obviously a really good relationship with Manchester City in the UK.
Yep.
And obviously like Doku, one of the players, always like comments whenever I do like
okay, cool. Yeah.
I've had interactions like that. I don't look at it myself. That's a funny thing. Like I only notice when somebody tells me. So like my little brother, bless him, will look at stuff like that. He'll be like, Manchester City are following you. Doku just commented, and then somebody else told me after my last fight that Jake Paul tweeted me, but it was like, oh, it was Ariel that told me like 2 weeks later, and I was like, oh shit, I missed it.
So you don't look at it?
No, but yeah, Conor McGregor follows me on Twitter. Like, I was told that as well the other day by my brother's friend. So, you know, things like that are like massive.
This is McGregor's clear warning to Dana White. Don't sleep on Dakota Ditcheva. The same man who predicted his own rise to superstardom is now putting his reputation behind a 26-year-old British destroyer who's never lost a fight. And when Conor McGregor talks, the UFC usually listens. So who exactly is Dakota Ditcheva? And why is everyone from Conor McGregor to fight fans worldwide going absolutely crazy over her? Here are the jaw-dropping numbers. 14 fights, 14 wins, 12 finishes. That's not just an undefeated record. That's complete and utter dominance.
She's never won a belt, as she said. Like, she's not a complete fighter, is she? I'm not a complete fighter. She definitely isn't either, so... But whatever.
But it was her performance against former UFC title contender Taila Santos that really opened everyone's eyes. Ditcheva didn't just win, she systematically broke down Santos with devastating body shots, forcing a second-round TKO that left the MMA world stunned. And here's the kicker, she's got the personality to match the skills. After dismantling Santos, Ditcheva grabbed the mic and delivered this savage line. She's been saying, she's just a Barbie, she should be a model. Well, a model just beat your AA in round 2, so shut up.
Talking, and she's been saying she's just a Barbie, she should be a model. Well, a model just beat your ass in round 2, so shut up.
That's the complete package. Devastating knockout power, undefeated record, and the charisma to sell fights. At just 26 years old, with fighting literally in her DNA, thanks to her mother Lisa Howarth being a multiple-time world kickboxing champion, Ditcheva represents everything the UFC women's flyweight division desperately needs.
Okay, so you're not happy with her to continue? Oh,
These legs. Oh, knees. This clinch knee is devastating in the hand from the coach. And to maintaining balance. And look at that. Look at this tight plumb. Every time. Oh,
Pain on the face.
shrink and slip it. Dragons are in. Stop. You approach the ball. You get this could be it, guy.
In MMA, this is that position, but Dakota uses its body, has taken a and now Dakota already severely with effort there. Valentina needs to square up and close. For the sake of fighter safety, Jeff.
Now here's where things get really interesting. Despite all the speculation about a UFC move, Dakota Ditcheva just dropped a major announcement that's got everyone talking. According to the latest reports, Ditcheva confirmed during a PFL broadcast, "I just had a good talk with Don Davis. I'm coming back. We're looking at July." But wait, if she's returning to PFL in July, does that kill the UFC dreams? Not so fast. Sources reveal that the UFC has been actively pursuing Ditcheva, even reportedly proposing a potential swap deal with PFL. Ditcheva herself acknowledged this, saying, "It wasn't 100% set, but I did hear it floating around that the UFC did ask for a swap. And here's the smoking gun." When asked about fighting current UFC flyweight champion Valentina Shevchenko, Ditcheva didn't shy away. She told TalkSport, "People are always asking me about her, but I mean, she's my top fighter out of everyone. I could definitely, and I would, fight Shevchenko."
You could fight any female right now. Who would you want to go with?
Valentina Shevchenko right now. I want to be at the top. You know, I'm still 26. She's been around for a long time.
Right now, I'm not too sure that Shevchenko is the best 125er there is. This girl's, man, she goes after people. She is nasty.
Valentina has to fight this.
That's not the talk of someone planning to stay in PFL forever. That's a fighter with her eyes firmly set on UFC gold. The chess pieces are moving, and Dana White might find himself losing stars instead of gaining them. Let's connect the dots here, because what we're witnessing might be the beginning of a seismic shift in combat sports. McGregor's endorsement isn't just hype. It's a strategic play. The man who became the UFC's biggest star is essentially telling Dana White, "Here's your next megastar, don't let her slip away." Ditcheva represents everything the UFC women's flyweight division lacks: youth, finishing ability, marketability, and that rare combination of skill and charisma that creates superstars. Meanwhile, the July timeline for her PFL return could actually work in the UFC's favor. One dominant performance in July could be her farewell tour before making the jump to the big leagues. And with Jon Jones potentially eyeing that PFL payday, we could be looking at the most significant fighter movement between promotions in years. The writing is on the wall. Fight fans. Conor McGregor has sent his warning, Dakota Ditcheva has made her intentions clear, and the UFC flyweight division is about to get a massive shakeup. The question isn't if Dakota Ditcheva will join the UFC, it's when. And with McGregor's backing and her devastating skill set, she might just be the fighter who saves the women's flyweight division. Will Dana White heed McGregor's warning? Will we see Jones versus Ngannou in PFL? And can anyone stop the Dakota Ditcheva train? Keep it locked to MMA Central News for all the latest developments in this rapidly evolving story. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time when we break down all the action from inside and outside the cage.
These girls are going to be most dangerous now because they have nothing to lose. Like, they're coming to take everything I have.
Also, Dakota killing it.
I know,
she's
dude.
in the final. Taila Santos. That's a tough fight.
It is. It's a step up, but Dakota's ready. Dakota's prepared. She trains hard. She's got, again, the best team around her. She's so disciplined, and she's just so fucking good, dude. Like, she is the real deal. She's the full package. I'm super excited for her. I think that this is about to be a big coming out party when she makes it look easy.
Yeah, very, very excited for her final. We'll see how it goes against Taila Santos. Huge fight in her career.
I know how it's going to go.
How it's going to go. Give us a prediction.
I mean, I think she's going to knock her out. Okay. I think probably second round.
Okay, second round knockout. You heard her here from Kayla.
UFC bantamweight contender Kayla Harrison has issued a crystal clear message to the UFC and even legendary Ronda Rousey about rising British sensation Dakota Ditcheva.
PFL has really gone behind your teammate Dakota Ditcheva. First off, what do you think of her performances so far this year?
Oh, she's a killer. She's a killer. She's the future of MMA.
Harrison's words were unmistakable. she's a killer. She's the future of MMA. But this isn't just hype. This is a former two-time PFL champion putting the entire combat sports world on notice. Tonight, we explore why Dakota Ditcheva might be the most dangerous woman in MMA today, and why some are calling her the next Ronda Rousey, but potentially even better.
I found out that your worst enemy is you.
Start with the warning that has everyone talking. At the UFC Hall of Fame red carpet, Kayla Harrison didn't mince words when discussing her American top team teammate, Dakota Ditcheva. She's a killer. She's the future of MMA. I think that she's only getting better. She's young. She's hungry. She's disciplined. She's motivated. She's got a good head on her shoulders. She's got a great team around her. And I think the sky is the limit for her.
PFL has really gone behind your teammate Dakota Ditcheva. First off, what do you think of her performances so far this year?
Bro, she's a killer. She's a killer. She's the future of MMA, and I think that she's only getting better. She's young. She's hungry. She's disciplined. She's motivated. She's got a good head on her shoulders. She's got a great team around her. I think that the sky's the limit for her.
This isn't coming from just anyone, folks. Harrison knows championship gold. She's a former Olympic judoka and two-time PFL champion who just debuted successfully in the UFC with a submission win over Holly Holm at UFC 300. When she speaks about talent, people listen.
Like, she's the hardest worker in that gym, so to have someone like that around us and set such an example like that for us girls in the gym is like second to none. That's why we're the best gym in the world, because we've got examples like that around us. You know, how can we not be inspired and want to keep working hard when we see people like Kayla Harrison doing that?
But Harrison went even further, making a bold prediction about Ditcheva's upcoming challenges. I know how it's going to go. I think she's going to knock her out second round, Harrison said about Ditcheva's fight against former UFC title challenger Taila Santos.
See how it goes against Taila Santos. Huge fight in her career.
I know how it's gonna go.
How it's gonna go. Give us a prediction.
I mean, I think she's gonna knock her out. Okay. I think probably second round.
Okay, second round knockout. You heard her here from Kayla.
And guess what? She was right. Dakota Ditcheva didn't just win, she made history. At the PFL World Championship Finals in Saudi Arabia, the 26-year-old British fighter delivered exactly what Kayla Harrison predicted, stopping former UFC veteran Taila Santos in the second round.
What's up, everybody? It's Kayla Harrison, and I am here on a beautiful cruise in the middle of Puerto Rico, sending all the love and good luck to Dakota Ditcheva. She fights in the PFL Europe Finals. She has a chance to win $100,000. That's going to be live on December 8th, Friday, in Dublin, Ireland. Good luck, Dakota!
But here's what makes this victory so significant. Santos wasn't just any opponent. In 2022, she fought for the UFC women's flyweight title against Valentina Shevchenko in what many considered a controversial decision loss. Santos was ranked among the world's best flyweights. Ditcheva became the first fighter to finish Santos, doing so with devastating Muay Thai strikes that left no doubt about the outcome. With this victory, she claimed the PFL Women's Flyweight World title, the $1 million prize, and became the first British woman to win an MMA world title. Her record now stands at a perfect 15-0, with an incredible finishing rate that has the entire MMA community taking notice. 7 straight finishes in the PFL, including 6 knockouts and 1 submission, numbers that would make any promoter's eyes light up.
Hit right. Hit right. There we go. Nice. Nice shot.
The comparisons to Ronda Rousey are inevitable, but experts say Ditcheva might actually be better positioned for long-term success. Former UFC fighter and current PFL commentator Dan Hardy highlighted a crucial difference between the two fighters. Ronda was a pioneer in martial arts, women's martial arts in particular, but the reason why she was so effective is that she was particularly overwhelming in one range. Whereas Dakota, over the last 2 years, has also shown that she's a fully well-rounded MMA fighter.
And, you know, Ronda was a pioneer in mixed martial arts, women's mixed martial arts in particular. But the reason why she was so effective is because she was particularly overwhelming in one range, right? Like, she came in, she grabbed a hold of somebody, she threw them to the floor and wrenched their arm off. Whereas Dakota, over the last 2 years, has also showed that she's a fully well-rounded MMA fighter.
This is a telling observation. Rousey's dominance came primarily through her world-class judo and armbar submissions. 9 of her 12 wins came by armbar. But when opponents figured out how to avoid the clinch and ground game, her limitations were exposed. Ditcheva presents a different challenge entirely. Her background in Muay Thai, combined with improving grappling skills and takedown defense, makes her a more complete fighter. As Hardy put it, her takedown defense coupled with those Muay Thai knees could put anybody away. What makes Dakota's story even more compelling is her incredible family legacy. Her mother was a world champion in Muay Thai, kickboxing, and full-contact karate. One of the top women fighters of her era, Dakota started fighting at just 4 years old. And by her own admission, she was beating all the boys up, even as a child. Her mother's gym in Newcastle has been operating for over 30 years. And locally, her mother Lisa is still a celebrity figure that everyone knows and respects.
You're in there at some point, I assume you have a contract and they do owe you fights at some point.
Exactly, yeah, that's another thing. Like, I'm in contract and you guys have to have me fight. So I know that they will pull something out of the bag. There's just been a lot of changes. Obviously, this whole year has been a big change for them. So I'll trust that they bring something for me.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a bummer because I know after the last fights, you're like, I want them to find something that's going to test me and, like, you know, raise up the level. But now it seems like it's just get me anything.
Yeah, I'm just like, get me anything, literally. Like you said, you know, it was kind of, it's hard. I get it's hard for PFL. You know, they've put all the girls in the tournament and then now they need to find someone that's going to kind of give me a good competition. They can't give me someone that's, you know, just kind of signed to the PFL and not really had that much experience because it doesn't make sense. I've just beat Santos very easily. I walked through everyone last year, so it just put them in a difficult position now, and I get it, but I'm sure they'll work to find someone.
But here's what's remarkable. Dakota's father never fought. As she puts it, it's normally the men that do the fighting, but me and my mum were the fighters in our family. This matriarchal combat legacy is rare in the sport and adds another layer to her compelling story. Training now splits between her family's gym in the UK and American Top Team in Florida, where she found the high-level female training partners essential for her development.
But I did see an article very early in your career where you said the goal was to one day fight for the UFC. That is out there. And I'm not trying to cause any trouble here, but I did see it. Yeah. That was before you met the PFL, perhaps even before the PFL was a thing, because they're not that old in their own right. Do you still feel the same way, or have your plans changed?
So what's next for the fighter some are calling the future of women's MMA? Despite her success in the PFL, Ditcheva hasn't hidden her ultimate ambitions. In early interviews, she openly stated her goal was to eventually fight for the UFC. Her confidence is striking. I look at the UFC and I think I definitely enter top 15, maybe even top 10 straight away. I genuinely am at that stage. For me, I look over there and think, yeah, I could beat a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest, it's every fighter's dream to be a UFC champion. You know, that is the top level at the moment. And that is obviously, I'm here to be the best. So if that means like being the best in PFL, being the best in UFC, just wherever I am at that point. So right now, my goal will be to win this tournament and be the best in PFL Europe. And then if I go on to the main season, I want to win that $1 million, tournament and be the best there. But then after that, if it's to change and go to the UFC, then I'll make it to the top and get the belt there. Like, it doesn't matter to me where I am, just whatever situation I'm in, and that I'll be the best at that point. And that's kind of just how I'm trying to work on my goals now and see it that way.
But she's also loyal to the PFL, acknowledging their role in her rise. I hate to say I'm bigger than PFL. I wouldn't say that. We need each other as much as each other. Her dream, a homecoming fight at Manchester City's Etihad Stadium. As a die-hard City fan, she's already visualizing it. It is a dream, but it will happen one day. European title win happened. This world championship win happened. The Etihad will happen. When Kayla Harrison warns the MMA world about Dakota Ditcheva, it's not just talk. It's a prediction backed by results. At just 26 years old with a perfect 14-0 record, Ditcheva represents something the sport has been waiting for since Ronda Rousey's departure. A complete, charismatic fighter who can finish anyone, anywhere. Whether she stays loyal to the PFL or eventually makes the jump to the UFC, one thing is certain: the combat sports world is watching, and Dakota Ditcheva is ready to deliver. The future of women's MMA might just have a British accent.
Come back strong in the 4th and 5th. And the corner of Dalton Rothman.
He's out! He is out! Juliana claims the tournament. Holy cow!
What a knockout by Fabian Edwards!
Because I look like this and I don't lift weights and he's lifting weights and he looks like that, I just blame his shit ass genetics or his shit ass work ethic. I've never taken a steroid a day in my life, and USADA can attest to that. They've been drug testing the hell out of me.
PFL broadcast caught Dakota Ditcheva's horrified reaction when her boyfriend Dalton Rasta was brutally knocked out by Fabian Edwards in the tournament finals. The footage instantly went viral, and fans didn't hold back. Some called it the cruelest promo ever. Others said PFL did Dakota dirty.
You're in there at some point, I assume you have a contract and they do owe you fights at some points.
Exactly, yeah, that's another thing. Like, I'm in contract and you guys have to have me fight. So I know that they will pull something out the bag. There's just been a lot of changes. Obviously, this whole year has been a big change for them. So I'll trust that they bring something for me.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a bummer because I know after the last fights, you're like, I want them to find something that's going to test me and, like, you know, raise up the level. But now it seems like it's just get me anything.
Yeah, I'm just like, get me anything, literally. Like you said, you know, it was kind of, it's hard. I get it's hard for PFL, you know, they've put all the girls in the tournament and then now they need to find someone that's going to kind of give me a good competition. They can't give me someone that's, you know, just kind of signed to the PFL and not really had that much experience because it doesn't make sense. I've just beat Santos very easily. I walked through everyone last year, so it just put them in a difficult position now, and I get it, but I'm sure they'll work to find someone.
Now, rumors are flying. Did Dakota Ditcheva leave the PFL after this? Did she really break up with Dalton Rasta after his devastating loss? And what about Fabian Edwards' steroid accusations? This story's getting messy.
It's crazy. 3 years, same head kick. It's mad. It's mad. I was like, I can't believe what I can, you know, because I did see that Dalton got a tendency to pull, and yeah, it landed beautifully. Yeah, I seen it. If you watch his fights back, even with Jeffrey, when he jabs, he's pouring a lot, you know, and I saw it and I thought, that kick's there for me, and he landed. You know?
Dalton Rasta was actually up on the scorecards after 2 rounds. It looked like his night, his moment, and his $500,000 prize. But then, history repeated itself. Fabian Edwards, just like his brother Leon did against Kamaru Usman, landed a perfect head kick that shut the lights out instantly. The crowd went wild. Leon Edwards jumped into the cage, and Fabian became the PFL middleweight tournament champion. But as the celebration began, the cameras cut to Dakota Ditcheva. And what we saw shocked everyone. Dakota threw her head back in disbelief, shouted something out, then turned away in tears, resting her head on a friend's shoulder. She covered her eyes, unable to watch. That clip aired live, and fans absolutely ripped into the PFL for showing it. "That's cruel promo," one fan said. Another added, "Was not expecting that. Devastating." Why TF did the PFL show Dakota Ditcheva's reaction to her BF getting KO'd? One ex-user asked. Someone else wrote, "Nah, PFL is despicable for showing Dakota Ditcheva's reaction to her partner getting flatlined." And another fan fumed, "Why isn't Dakota in the UFC is beyond me. PFL did her dirty for this." One even joked, "We gotta start doing this in the UFC. I'm trying to see their whole family cry." So now the question is, was Dakota Ditcheva betrayed by her own promotion?
That was incredible.
Fans quickly started speculating if Dakota would walk away from the PFL. After all, she's already a flyweight tournament champion, one of their biggest stars, and UFC fans have been calling for her to join Dana White's promotion for years. Some fans claim this was the final straw. She's leaving. No way she stays after this humiliation. Others even wondered if she's distancing herself from Dalton Rasta after the loss, with social media buzzing about a possible breakup. Was it too much for her career image to be tied to such a devastating knockout? Nobody knows for sure, but the rumors aren't slowing down. And then there's the PED scandal. Before the fight, Fabian Edwards accused Dalton Rasta of being a juicehead wrestler and hinted he was on steroids. Rasta fired back, saying, "I don't even lift weights. If I look like this without lifting, and Fabian lifts all the time and looks like that, then maybe it's his shit-ass genetics."
Everybody thinks I'm on steroids, man. Like I said, I don't even fucking lift weights. I see videos of this guy lifting weights all the time. And if I'm a bodybuilder and I take steroids because I look like this and I don't lift weights and he's lifting weights and he looks like that, I just blame his shit-ass genetics or his shit-ass work ethic.
He even claimed USADA and other commissions have drug tested him more than anyone, and he's never failed. Still, the accusation stuck, and after being knocked out, the optics didn't help. Fans are now joking online. Not only did Dalton get slept, he got exposed for the PED stuff too. The trash talk has turned into one of the ugliest rivalries in recent memory.